What's going on, everybody? Welcome back for another Wednesday watch list. This is my weekly look ahead to the new comics coming out this Wednesday on New Comic Book Day, May 8th, 2024. This is just my look ahead of stuff that I'm looking forward to picking up, things I'm looking forward to reading, some books that are selling at a premium already, some cool covers and variants, incentives to keep an eye on, things like that. Just a quick little snapshot of all the new books coming out on this New Comic Book Wednesday, again, May 8th, 2024. Hopefully you find this series helpful. Hopefully you're enjoying it as well. Please let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure that you like, you subscribe, you hit the alert button so you don't miss anything. You keep telling your friends so we can keep growing this channel. And make sure you check out that Whatnot link down below if you haven't given the app a try. This is your chance to give it a try for free with 15 bucks on me to spend on anything you want with whomever you want. No strings attached. Just sign up for a first time. Use it. 15 bucks for free to get anything you like. And if you do get something, you not only will help out the channel, but please let me know what you bought because I would be curious to see what you were able to grab with that free money. With that all said, if you want to see this week's books, all you got to do is hang on for a few seconds after the intro, and I will be right back. All right, let's see what we got on the watch list this week. We will start off, as we always do, with my personal picks. Now, these are things that I'm just personally looking forward to, so I'm going to run through them first because these are the things I can't wait to get my hands on. First being, admittedly, a big fan of the Energon universe, so you can bet that I'm going to be grabbing this Energon universe special. So I gather it. I think it's going to reprint maybe the whole free comic book day issue, and I'm assuming some extra stuff in there as well, considering it's $4. Figure, why would they do the free comic book day issue on Saturday and then on Wednesday sell it? That doesn't make sense. So there's got to be extras in here too. I don't know exactly what's in here. I think there are 3 stories focusing in on Void Rivals, G.I. Joe, and Transformers, as I understand it. And it's just something I want to take a look at. So maybe it's kind of like a catch up for new readers, things like that. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to checking this out regardless of what's actually inside the guts of this book. We have 2 covers, or I should say 2 open order covers with this cover A, as well as a cover B here. And then there are some incentives that if you want to, spend a little extra, you could get these as well. None of these are selling for above ratio, but you got your 1 in 10, your 1 in 25, and your 1 in 50. And you can see here how they are kind of focusing on all the characters. So while the cover A look like to be more Transformers focused, you see here there's a couple of G.I. Joe covers mixed in with the Transformers here as well. Speaking of Transformers, we are also getting the next issue in that run, which again, I'm thoroughly enjoying. So make sure you go and pick these up. Give these a read. They're a lot of fun. I love it for nostalgia's sake, but also it's just a cool story for even now. Like it's a new take. It's some fresh stuff. And I don't know. I'm digging it. So far, so good. So Transformers issue 8 coming out of Skybound is also coming out this week with, again, a pair of covers that are open order with an A cover here and a B cover as well. And then we will also have some incentives too. Again, if you want to spend that extra bit of cash, you can get these, again, at ratio or less. These aren't selling for any premiums right now. So if you want to get them, you can. I actually like all of these. The 1 in 50 might be a little bland, I would say, for it being like an incentive, but I really like that 1 in 25 in the middle. I mean, if you didn't check out my short of my top 5 covers, I'm going to do that, I think, every week. Just a quick little short of the 5 favorite covers that I have for each week and just do them as a short with some music. And that middle one right there, I did put on it because, I don't know, that close-up robot angered look with that damage, it's just really cool to me. I don't know. I'm into that kind of thing. So I like that personally, the 1 in 25. And the 1 in 10 as well isn't bad either. And just like the last time out, the 1 in 10s are forming a much bigger image. So far, it appears that, you know how I showed you before, the connecting covers on the first, 6 issues? Looks to be the next run of issues is going to be doing this as well on the 1 in 10s. So last month's issue 7 as well as this month's issue 8 or this week's issue 8 go on to connect. You can see that chain running across kind of that connective tissue. Even though the fading with the colors are a little bit different, there is a connectivity here with what's running through these with these covers. So these 1 in 10s appear to be connecting again. So that's kind of cool. So I'll be interested to see if they continue to do this going forward with the 1 in 10s because I do like a good connecting cover set, as you all know. With that said, I am also really looking forward to the next issue of Geiger. I'm really into this Ghost Machine stuff. I've caught up on all of the issues so far, so now I'm looking forward to issue twos for all these, from Geiger to Rook to Redcoat to any of the new stuff that they might be dropping on us sometime, hopefully soon. But first up, we're getting Geiger issue 2 with, again, another 2 open order covers with cover A here, and then there is a cover B as well, which if you really want to spend some extra money, you can get that cover B foil virgin, I believe, or just a foil edition, I'm sorry, as a 1 in 50. So not a virgin, but I think it's a foil edition for the 1 in 50. Once again, you can get this for ratio or less. So I've seen copies listed for $40 or so. So only a little bit of a discount on the ratio, but not selling for a premium as of yet. Who knows down the line how tough these things will be to come by. And it will be interesting to see because, again, we don't have our solid print run numbers these days for us to go on. So I'm not sure how many of these are being printed each month right now. So we don't know what to expect out of these incentives. But if you like them, spend the extra money. If you don't bother. You don't have to. I mean, nobody's twisting your arm to do so. So with that said, the last book that I have in my little bit of a Pete's Pick section, a little bit of a buzz, is one of my favorite artists. You guys should know by now, everything that he does, I try to go out there and buy, and that's Flops. So go get your next Flops cover. This is Washed in Blood, I believe issue 2. It's kind of hard to tell, but I like how he worked in the trade dress. It's there in the in the background is just kind of like little bubble letters. I like that when the trade dress is worked into the actual image and the actual art. So always a fan of when that happens. And this is kind of a cool cover. Like, I don't know much about this series. I do remember talking about the new #1 when it dropped, but I didn't get a chance to read it. This is out of Whatnot Publishing, massive, I believe is the imprint. And it's something about like the God of Guns or something crazy like that. There's also a pretty cool PlayStation 4 like box cover for this. Again, I don't know much about the title. I might give it a look-see after getting this because I do, want to get this because it's a Flops cover. I always try to get Flops covers. So keep an eye out for that at your shops because I think it's cool and I can't wait to go and grab one. With that said, other things that I can't wait to get are books on my reading list. Yes, I do actually read comic books because I enjoy comic books. I enjoy this hobby more than most other things. So with that said, what do I got at the top of my pile this week? Well, apart from those other books that I just listed with the Energon stuff, Batman. So we're still rolling on with Batman. Granted, it's losing me a little bit right now. This current storyline with his dark prisons and following the Joker origins, it's okay, but my interest is kind of waning. So this is kind of following a little bit, even though it's at the top of this list now. I just did that because out of the ease of when I was going through the books list for this week, hit up DC kind of early on. But realistically, as far as the pile goes, this is finding its way a little bit further down in the order for me these days, as far as when I want to read it. But I'm still into reading this. I'm still looking forward to where this is going. So we'll see what Chip Zdarsky has in store for us with our next issue of Batman 147. But yeah, I don't know. I'm getting kind of tired of Waller, and it just seemed to be pushing her so hard with so much of the Suicide Squad stuff and the TV shows and Peacemaker and all that stuff. I'm just getting tired of her as a character. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But with that said, multiple covers here. This is the cover A. There's B's and C open order covers, as well as a couple of incentives with a 1 in 25, which is really cool. Actually, I think that's it's a Kunkka. I think it's a Kendrick Lim, if I'm not mistaken. I like it. And then there's a 1 in 50 as well, which has a really like broad-shouldered Batman there in the picture. Like, I don't know, just seems kind of wide. But not too bad. I think I like the 1 in 25 better than the 1 in 50. But if you like either of them, you can find them for well under ratio. They're not expensive. Batman incentives generally go that way, where they're pretty cheap because Batman's a pretty popular book. So I think it's one of DC's probably highest print runs. So there's plenty of these out there. So if you want them, you can get them for well under ratio if you want. Up next, I'm still keeping up with this series as best I can. Actually, I think I'm a little behind. I might need to read the 4th issue because we're getting the 5th issue of Beneath the Trees. Oh, no, I'm sorry, the 6th issue. Oh, boy. So I might be 2 issues behind then. but we're getting the sixth issue of Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. So yeah, I've kind of fallen a little bit behind, but I did enjoy what I read so far. So I am looking forward to reading more. I just got to do a better job of keeping up, I guess, with the pace. That said, it doesn't seem to have the same buzz that it had when it first, was dropping, but I think people are still enjoying this. Issue 6, cover A. There is a cover B as well. And then, as you know, what they've been doing this entire run is the cover B gets like a black and white version that's a 1 in 25. So nothing new here. Prices, it's like a round ratio. So if you want it, you generally get it in the $20 to $30 kind of range. So it's out there. If you like it, go ahead, go for it. Me, I'm probably just gonna get the cover A, read it, and be done with it. Be done with it and just file it away in a box and not even think about it until the next issue's coming out. With that said, Last Mermaid. So Last Mermaid, I'm surprised this is another one I fell behind. Like I missed issue 2, reading it at least. I read issue 1, I liked it, interested. I guess I forgot to read issue 2 because I'm surprised issue 3 is here. I thought we were getting to issue 2, but I must have missed it. So got to play a little bit of catch up because there's a lot of titles that are really good these days. Like I'm enjoying reading a lot of these books, honestly. People like to complain about writing's crap, Marvel's crap, DC's crap. Yeah, there's a lot of crap out there. I will admit to that. But there's still some fun stuff that I will admit I'm looking forward to reading because some of this stuff is still enjoyable. So I want to check out issue 2, got to catch up, but issue 3 now is coming out. This is that weird square size. It's not like a small square, it's like an oversized square, but it's a square sized book, almost like a big golden book, like the kids' books, golden books, you know what I'm talking about? It's like one of those. But issue 3 is coming out with a 1 in 10 as well. So there is an incentive if you are curious on that one. Deviant is still rolling on. I have this on my read list because I just want to see how this is going to wrap up. I thought it would be wrapping up soon, but apparently we're getting a couple more issues. I guess this ain't finishing anytime soon. I don't know how long this series is going to be, but I think there's at least solicits for like issue 7 or something. So I don't know. I'm losing a little bit of momentum, so it is a little bit further down on the list of my reading pile, but I still want to see where it's going. I just figured, it might be wrapping up soon. Multiple covers again. Cover A, there is a cover B, open order, and then there are a couple of incentives. If you are curious, you can get a 1 in 25 or a 1 in 50, but I feel like it's past the time. Like we're rolling into summer. The Christmas angle is kind of losing me a little bit too. So I feel like we got to wrap this thing up. But we'll see. Hopefully they're not dragging this out so it's 12 issues going to next Christmas because I don't know if I can hang in that long for that. But we'll see. We'll see. One hand. Right? Yeah, the one hand is coming out. It's hard to keep track of which one comes out when, but one hand and the 6 fingers kind of going back and forth. These two series kind of working together. So one hand, issue 4, still rolling on, still digging this. There is an A cover and there's a B cover there as well. Surprisingly, on my reading pile, because it's been not good. Well, maybe it was not good through the Gang War stuff, but I'm still giving Amazing Spider-Man a try. As they build towards their issue 50, we also have to intermix here with Blood Hunt. So I liked Blood Hunt last week. Like I liked what did I read? The Moon Knight and the Blood Hunt one. I enjoyed both. Interested in where this series and this event is going to go. So here's a tie-in book. We're getting a lot of tie-in books this week, as well as throughout this month. I will try to read as many as I can, but I don't know. It's going to be a lot. It might be too much to keep up with and too much on the wallet to get all of these books, but ASM is always on my pull list, so I'm definitely going to check this one out because it is Spider-Man. So Spider-Man 49, even though we really need a new cover artist here for the A's. I'm sorry, JR. I just not loving these. There's just so much dead space here. You just can't fill the background with just red and rain. Oh, it's rainy. I don't know. It's just I don't know. Not for me. I know he's a very, very fast artist. He could churn out books, or at least used to, and he used to be fine with more simplistic looking style, but I don't think he's working on as much as he used to. So give me a little more detail. Give me some more of that cityscape in the background. Then this might have made this cover a little bit, might pop a little bit, because without a background, it's just making me focus in on these character faces, which aren't great. Just saying. With that said, I will also admit I'm getting a little bit of fatigue with these Disney covers, but Spider-Man's still rolling on. We're getting X-Men 58 homage here, the Havoc cover on with the Disney character. I'm just tired of them. Just I've had enough. It was fun for a little while, but I don't think I need these anymore. Just, it's just me. But it is an open order cover. There is a 1 in 25 as well as a black and white version of that Disney cover for a 1 in 100. And yeah, 1 in 25 is not bad, but you can get that again. You can get either of these for well under ratio if you wanted them. They're not selling for much, so don't worry about it. Wolverine is still chugging along towards 50 as well. So issue 49 here, Sabretooth War Part 9. Part 9. Whew, this thing's been dragging on, it feels like, but almost there. We're almost to the end game. So we have the adamantium armor unleashed. So we have what we always wanted, an armored up Wolverine. Cool. Again, I'm reading it, so I want to see where this goes. Cover A. There is a Sabretooth cover because they've been giving us Sabretooth through all the ages, most of which are pretty crappy. This one looks like his Team 7 outfit, which ain't too bad. And then we have a design cover for a Silver Samurai looking adamantium armored Wolverine. I don't know. Seems like, I don't know, just like you want to sell me another action figure. I don't know. Whatever. We'll see how this thing wraps up. But with these open order covers, there are a 1 in 25 and a Virgin 1 in 100 on that cover A, as they've been doing the whole run. I looked into it. The 1 in 100 here, maybe it's because it's got a shiny new armor. This one is actually selling for a round ratio. Will it hold there? I don't know. But for now, it's doing enough to at least have me keep my eye on it. As you can see, yes, there was an $80 sale, but then another one sold for 110, which is a little bit above ratio. And then the asking prices are right around 120, 125 right now. We'll see if they sell there or what happens if more come to market, etc. But for right now, just something to keep an eye on. That's all, because I have to do that for the Hot 10 list. I got to know what is actually selling, so I can make the list for Friday. But with that said, we are also getting another pile of some new number ones. Granted, some of these are going to be that Blood Hunt stuff that I mentioned before, but in addition to that, we've got some other stuff from the other publishers as well. So first up, we're going to start over at DC. The only new number one I think we're getting out of DC this week is this Boy Wonder Black Label book. I didn't even hear anything about this coming out. This kind of took me by surprise. I didn't know this was coming, but all right, kind of interested. What's going to go on with that? I have this as a possibility on a poll. So if you go check out the polls on the community page, there's a list of books. I got some Marvel, some DC, and some indie books for what you want us to review on the tax show on Wednesday. You know how we do our quick review. I just take it or leave it with no spoilers. We just try to give it a look and tell you if it's worth getting or not. So this is an option for that. So you guys go ahead and vote and tell us what you want us to read this week. This is the possibility here. Cover A, pretty cool. There is a cover B on this one as well. Again, this is Black Label, so it's going to be a little bit pricier and a little bit oversized. And then there is also a incentive 1 in 25, which is I don't want to say virgin. It's a limited trade dress version of that cover A. So there you go. Like I said, I'm kind of curious, so hopefully you guys pick this one, because other than that, well, I mean, Batman, I'm going to read it anyway. But yeah, see DC this week, at least this week, it's like all Bat stuff. It's all Bat books, from Birds of Prey to Poison Ivy, which I still considered a Batman-related character, the Boy Wonder, etc. The only non-Bat books was like Shazam and General Zod, which I just really had no interest in, so left those sitting. Again, if I'm wrong, and you guys tell me that those books are worth checking out, please tell me. Comments down below. Again, I love recommendations on stuff that's good, because I can't, as much as I'd love to read everything, I can't read everything. So I read what I think is going to be good, and I read a lot of stuff that's not good that I think might be good. And then I'm hoping you guys also help out and tell me, give me some tips, because again, I like comics. So tell me what you're reading, which I should be reading if I'm not already talking about it. With that said, we're getting a new Witcher. I get these all the time, but admittedly, I'm not reading them. So I don't even know if they're any good, but I keep buying them because I'm a fan of Witcher. I love the game series. I love the show. But I just keep getting these comics and I'm not reading them. I don't even know if they're any good, but I keep buying them. But here we get a new number one, because they're like 4 issues. And I'm like, all right, good little minis. I can get these. You pre-order them. I pay like half price from DCBS. So it's not like a big deal. Like, all right, I'm paying $2 or $2.50 or $2.60 an issue or something like that. Doesn't seem that bad. Anyway, cover A here, and then there's 3 other covers here as well as open orders on this book. So no incentives to worry about. I kind of like that gaming one in the middle. I wish I would have ordered that one, but I don't think I did. I'm not sure which one I did order. But getting one of these going to be in my box to eventually get to one day. Yeah, we'll see. This is not an option for us to review this week, but this next book is Turtles. So much like I guess Marvel's Black, White, and Blood or Red and all that stuff, Turtles is giving us Black, White, and Green. So ahead of the revamp redo from Jason Aaron, we're getting this Black, White, and Green, I guess, from for the Turtles. I don't know. See what this is, I guess, if you guys want us to check it out. But issue 1 here, cover A, there's a B cover as well as a C cover, and then there is also a 1 in 10 incentive. With that, the 1 in 10 incentive is doing all right for a 1 in 10. I mean, usually when we price these things at ratio, it's selling for anywhere from $7 to $12 to $20. So it could be double ratio. Asking prices are looking for 20 to 25 right now. So we'll see where that one lands come Wednesday, but just worth keeping an eye on. Scotty Young is writing this series, so I can't remember what the last book he had. It was Middle West. I think he's had something since then. But anyway, Scotty Young is writing a new series called Ain't No Grave. He does have a cover of his own that is, I think, on his store. So if you like store exclusives, I don't mind talking about a store exclusive when it's an artist. So from the artist directly, you can go get his book because he is writing it. But otherwise, it's Jorge Corona, I think. I don't know. It looks kind of interesting. I guess it's a Western of some sort. I'm in. Just the cover alone has got me hooked. Like I'm all right. I'm into this. Got a Reaper. I got some 6 guns. I'm down. So I'll check this out. New number 1. This is the only cover, like I said, apart from if you want to go to his store to get his store exclusive, which that's a pretty cool cover too. But I can't keep buying all these exclusives. It's just gets a little pricey. Boom. I think it's Boom, right? Yeah. Boom is giving us a new book called Crocodile Black. Some sort of crime story, and then there's crocs. I don't know. Kind of curious. Philip Kennedy Johnson is a solid writer. Got to talk to him on an interview a while back. Good dude. And like I said, I'm liking his Hulk run. So I'm kind of curious about this one too. So Crocodile Black coming out of Boom. There's a cover A. There is a 1 in 10, which is a Virgin Red version. Then there's a 1 in 25, as well as an unlockable, which again, I'm not quite clear on the criteria for the Boom unlockables. But as I understand it, I think they might have to order a certain amount and then they get like a thank you, like a one of these. So I think these are kind of like a 1 per store, but they have to order enough to get it. Again, that's how that's how I understand it. If I'm wrong, and there's a retailer out there who can explain it, please explain it in the comments down below. I'd love to know exactly what that means. Because again, I'm not a retailer. I'm just going off of stuff that I'm seeing just off a previous list like the rest of you. But this unlockable cover is a version of that cover A. And while none have sold yet, this, again, could follow the pattern we've seen on these last few months, where it could be cheap at $15, or it could be expensive if somebody else is seeking $50. We'll see where it lands. Mad Cave is giving us something too. We're getting mugshots out of Mad Cave. Yeah, it's been 10 years of Mad Cave. It doesn't seem like it's been that long. They still seem new to me. But Mugshots has a cover A, and then there is also a cover B as well. So you can pick whichever one you like. Valiant, or the current publisher of Valiant, is giving us Alien Books, is the current publisher. They're giving us Faith Returns. So they're bringing back a lot of these titles and characters. And yeah, I guess that's something. Cover A and a cover B. And then for whatever reason, I mean, they're not bad. But for whatever reason, they're also doing like the DC thing with the limited trade dress, but they're still reusing this art. And they're giving us other versions. So if you want a bright orange background instead, you can get a bright orange background version. Otherwise, it's still the same cover for the most part. But yeah, you got these two are open orders. And then if you don't like that, you can get that first cover with a shiny foil. And it's like $10. Otherwise, I think it's like $6. I don't think I'm going to get this one. I think I'm passing on this, but it is a new number 1 this week. So I figured I'd tell you all about it. Just like I think I told you a couple of weeks ago about Punk Mambo, but it looks like it got pushed and it's actually coming out this week. So Punk Mambo #1. This is like 13 bucks too. I think it's gonna be a little oversized, but two covers here as well. If you want it, it's a little expensive, but there's an A and a B cover. Then it seems like they're also going to do like a Valiant's version of the Avengers, maybe. So the Valiants, that's all I'm gathering because I see the whole team got Ninjak. I see, Eternal Warrior or whatever. So some of the characters coming back, A cover, and then you look at the B cover. I think Exo Man of War is mixed in here as well. I think that's actually a statue of him back there, but he is on the cover here with Bloodshot and Live Wire and whatever. Cool, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what this is, but if you like it, there's an A and B cover. And just like that Faith book, if you like orange, you can get some orange versions. Don't know why, but yeah. And like I said, they're doing like the DC limited trade dress thing, but then making the art orange for some reason. I don't know. Whatever. They're options. So if you want them, there you go. It's like $5. With that, let's get to all that Blood Hunt stuff. I told you there's a lot of one-offs and tie-ins, etc. So here we go. Blood Hunters. As I get it, I think it's gonna be like an anthology book, gonna be following like Hawkeye, and then I think Cloak, Dagger, and then Man Wolf in this one, and then I think so it's gonna be something like an anthology book here for Blood Hunters, and then the next issue has like Elsa Bloodstone and a couple other characters. But there's issue 1, cover A, pretty cool. And it's Greg Land, but yeah, not bad. It's not bad. And then there's a B cover that looks like a book, and then the C is a blood red like virgin cover, and all of these have this blood red like blank. So figured I'd throw it in. When I say all of these, here are the others. So we got Blood Hunters 1. We're also getting Dracula #1. So that one shot that I think Bloodline is also going to be involved. That's Blade's daughter and Dracula somehow. I don't know if they're teaming up or working together. Whatever. Don't know exactly what's going to happen. Going to try to read this too, just to see what's going on. But Dracula #1, cover A. There's also a B cover, which I think is pretty sweet. And then there's the red blank. Strange Adventures is also giving us a one-shot, 1 of 3. So these are like little minis that they're doing again with the Blood Hunt series. So you don't have to read them. I'll try to read what I can, and yeah, we all just make the best of it. But Strange Academy here, haven't seen much of Strange Academy. Remember when this used to be a big darling spec book? Like, where's the regular title? Like, why isn't there more of an ongoing here? Just saying. But Strange Academy 1, Blood Hunt, coming out with an A cover. There's also a B cover here, Beware the Darkhold, and then again that blood red blank. Cool. And then on top of that, we are getting a new giant size X-Men 1. No, not that giant size X-Men 1. It's a new version of giant size X-Men 1 to celebrate the 50th anniversary, I guess, of giant size books. I don't know. Seems so many Marvel anniversaries. We got 40 years of the Black Suit Spidey. We got 60 years of this, 70 years of that, 100 years of Disney. It's hard to keep track of all these anniversaries. With that said, giant size X-Men, couple of covers here, open order. It's like $7, I think, on this too. So it's got to be like an oversized book. But A cover, B cover, C cover, and then there is a 1 in 25 incentive by Noto, which is actually kind of cool. I like the Archangel layout here. And this book is one to watch. Let's keep an eye on this one because even right now, pre-sales 25 to 35. Asking prices are looking for 40, 45. Somebody's looking for as high as $80. Again, asking prices don't mean everything. Neither do pre-sales. It's just an indicator of something to keep an eye on. So we'll see what actually happens once copies are actually in everybody's hands come Wednesday of if there's demand or not and what the price is. So, yeah, we'll see. But with that said, we didn't have it last week, but we do have it this week as I'm able to bring back one of my favorite segments, which is
WTF, Gary. WTF. What the fuck does WTF mean? What the fuck?
Oh, that's right. WTF. With that, you can guess the one cover I'm going to have in here. I thought this guy was retiring. I swear I read somewhere he was retiring, but we keep getting covers, and I keep not liking them. Yes, I know at first glance you go, oh, it's just a Deadpool cover. There's nothing wrong with it, right? And you look at it a little closer, and you go, What's wrong with his hands? Like, looks like his right hand is in the foreground, but it's smaller than his left hand. But the guns are the same size, but his hands aren't the same size. And then his right leg is also in the foreground, but it seems as big as the one in the back, but it's also kind of skinny considering how he draws bodies. And then what's with the hunch on his shoulders? And then where does the bottom of the sword go? Like they go down, but are they short swords? Do they not go all like I don't know. And also, what's it doing all the way over there? Like they're generally centered on his back. It's just weird. And then look how big that torso is. Like his rib cage is like huge, and then the hand is so tiny. It's just not for me. That said, guess what we got? We do have a nut shot of the week. That's right. This time out, we get an undercarriage view of the thing and the things thing. Because look at that. We get it all shaded properly and everything. And he's not happy about it either. Look at that face. He's not happy about this this covert pick that apparently they took while doing these the Hildebrands cards from back in the day. Again, I don't know why they keep making covers out of these, but they keep doing it. So yeah, this is a B cover that's out there for Fantastic Four number 20. And then there is a 1 in 50 virgin version too. But again, yeah, if you don't know what I'm talking about, look, it's right there. It's right in your face. But yeah, there is a 1 in 50 version of it as well. If you want that. Don't know why you would, but they make them. They're making them. With that, later prints. We do have a pile of later prints coming out this week, from some facsimiles to some second prints to some unfortunate incentives as well. Not going to complain too much. Just going to run through it. First up, we're having some archive editions of Labyrinth. I don't know why. I guess it's because it's actually coming from a different publisher. That's why it's called archive and not like a facsimile or a reprint in that way. But Labyrinth number 1, and then there's a B cover that's a little bit different than what was out there originally. Also getting a facsimile of our Army at War number 81. So yeah, so Sergeant Rock. Cool. Marvel Superhero Secret Wars is rolling on, as we've been getting one of these every month. So we're getting issue 5 in the 5th month of May. Here we go. There is a facsimile edition. There is a facsimile foil edition. Make it shiny. That's fine. And then why they need to give us a 1 in 25 incentive, I don't know. And it's got a different cover on it. So how is it a facsimile? But I actually do kind of like this cover. I feel like the framing of Galactus's head, but filled with the images of the heroes fighting. I think it's kind of cool. I'm still not going to get it, but it is a cool-ish kind of cover. I wish it wasn't a yellowish beige background behind it. I wish they would have went with something else, but it is what it is. This thing's selling a little bit, 20 to 30. Asking prices 25 to 30, up to as high as $70. We'll see what this lands at, but just keep an eye on it. I mentioned the Ghost Machine stuff. We're getting all the second prints this week for those first issues. So if you missed out on them, here's your chance to get Geiger number 1, bright yellow. The Rook Exodus, also a cool book here. I'm interested. Can't wait for issue 2. Second print, bright yellow. And also think this is a wraparound, as is the Red Coat, which I also believe is a wraparound. And again, I like this one too. But second prints across the board for those. And then, for whatever reason, Rat City is also getting a second print. I did not love this story. I thought it was kind of dumb. But, I don't know. I think Marco liked part of it. And I guess some people might like it. It wasn't for me. So, I don't know. But it's a design cover for Rat City, number 1. Ahead of issue 2, whenever we're getting that. Probably next week or something. And then one of my favorite covers, if not my favorite cover of the week, is actually a second print of this Web of Spider-Man 1. Just this Ryan Brown art. It's just, again, it's just cool. Just awesome. Creepy as hell Goblin cover. So it's just right there in your face. I like it. So thankfully, no incentives. It's just this. So if you like it, you can go and get it. X-Men 97, number 1, is also giving us a second print. Got the whole team there lining up. Kind of fun. Kind of cool. Right? No incentive here either. Just the book. So if you like it, go ahead and get it. However, we are getting an incentive on Edge of Spider-Verse, number 2, second print. So this Mr. Spooky or Spooky Man or whatever the hell, I can't remember the character's name. This creepy Spidey thing. Yeah, second print. I do like that they chose the Carrie Andrews cover for the Virgin on the second print, 1 in 25, but it is still a second print 1 in 25, so I'm still not buying it. Just saying. But some people will, and some people are. Well, somebody already bought one for $70, and the asking prices are around 60 to $70. So that's kind of par for the course for these incentive second prints. They're just expensive for the sake of being expensive. Again, I get it. They'll be rare. There won't be that many. But I always ask the question of why. Why do you want it? Outside of it's rare. Okay. It's great to have and want something that's rare, but it's got to be something else. But I don't know. Again, that's just me. My personal opinion on it. That's all. And Ultimate Spider-Man #3 is also getting the second print treatment because they're giving us seconds and thirds. And man, we're getting a sixth printing, I think, of that first issue. Unnecessary, but whatever. They keep wasting paper. But issue 3 is getting the second print treatment along with a Virgin cover for the original 1 in 25 incentive. We've seen this before. This is not new news. This is what they've been doing. And again, same $50. So somebody's willing to pay 50. Asking prices are $55 to $60 right now. We'll see where it lands come Wednesday. But I don't know. I'm just not a fan of these. That's all. But I want to report on them because it's still, you need to know they're out there. And if you can get them cheap enough, maybe you can make yourself some money. That's all. With that said, we got some more variants. I know you guys might not like variants, but these aren't incentive variants. These are some extra covers. And I like it when we do get some fun themed covers. And this month, DC is giving us Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, of which I am half. I'm half Filipino, so this would be for me. With that, we're getting 2 issues this month. We're getting this week. We are getting Birds of Prey. Has Cassandra Cain there on issue, what is this, 9? I think it's issue 9, yeah. So it's Cassandra Cain cover there. And then Batman 147 is also giving us this one with, I think, Clown Hunter what's that, Ghost Maker? I can't remember these weird characters they just reintroduced recently. I always just confuse their names. It's like Clown Maker, Ghost Hunter Maker. I don't know. You know what they're called. I'm just going off the dome here. But 2 covers for Asian American Heritage Month there. So pretty cool. Also, we keep getting a lot of Stormbreaker covers, and I don't usually talk about them because, well, they're just kind of just rando covers of things a lot of times, it seems to me. But when I do catch what the theme is, I think it's kind of fun. So I noticed this week the Stormbreaker covers all do have a theme, which seems to be Ghost Rider versions. So this is like a Ghost Rider Spidey-ish character, or Black Cat, I guess. Judging by the outfit, it looks like Ghost Rider Black Cat for ASM 49. So I think that's kind of cool. Black Cat Ghost Rider character. Haven't seen that before. Kind of fun. Sam Wilson Cap as a Ghost Rider, as the Spirit of Vengeance. Kind of cool. That's for Avengers 14. It's one of the open order variant covers. And then Daredevil issue 9 has this I guess a Daredevil Spirit of Vengeance. Also different look. Kind of cool. I don't know. They're kind of different, kind of fun. I just wish they didn't have that box. Like the Stormbreaker box is kind of obtrusive to me. I wish it just had the regular trade dress of the book or just a limited plain DC type trade dress. Because the Stormbreaker's thing, they should put that on the back or somewhere else. I just don't like it. It interrupts the art to me. But that's just me. And black costumes. So last week we had 5, and I decided to do shorts on these as well. So if you like checking out these, cover runs and things like that, I also like putting them and setting them to music. So go check out the shorts to see all of them put together. But last week we had 5. This week we're getting 10. 10, yeah, 10. Buckle up. So black costume variants for this week, we are getting Vision on Avengers. We are getting Captain America on Captain America. We're getting Captain Marvel on Captain Marvel. I mean, they're not bad. I mean, some of them are okay. Yeah, kind of cool. I dig the John Boy here on Daredevil. I don't know. I think that's kind of a cool look. And yes, he already had a black costume, but I like the reinterpretation that they're doing on some of these to making them different. Just like Cap, he had a black suit when he was, U.S. agent. So, but different takes, different looks. Kind of different, kind of fun, right? But black costume variants here. We're also getting a Deadpool. So we've kind of seen that a little bit before, but again, doing a little bit different. He's got Cable's shoulder pads there. That's kind of fun. Doctor Strange giving us a black suit, black costume look. Fantastic Four getting that too. They had a black and white phase once. It was more on the white range of things, but yeah, still kind of cool. Spider-Man, Shadow of the Green Goblins, and we're getting a black suit Green Goblin. Still looks creepy as hell. Just saying. Wolverine, but Nakayama's not bad. I don't know why his claws are black, but yeah, his claws are black too. Still, yeah, interesting look. And then Phoenix, so we're getting Jean Grey there on issue 3 of X-Men Forever, which is again in Hyuck art, not too bad. I don't know. I just I like them. I like seeing them. It's a fun look. They're not all great, but some of them are better than others, and I just think it's fun. So I don't know. Set them to some music and just throw them out there as shorts. But those are the runs of the variant covers for this week. Let's look at some regular covers that I like. So these things also just kind of stood out to me. Just covers that just kind of caught my eye, and I'm like, it's pretty good cover. Birds of Prey #9. I know it's a little blurry, it's a little out of focus, but I mean that's the point. I don't know. It's very simple, but I think it's bold and it catches my eye. So I like this. I don't know. So Birds of Prey #9. I think it's pretty cool. Suicide Squad, Arkham, whatever. Dan Panosian giving us this one. I like Dan Panosian, so I'm into this. The kind of hype, I can't think of the word. The background, the psychedelic kind of background there is kind of cool. Again, with these flying monkeys, and you got Captain Boomerang and his pitchforks. I don't know, it's weird, but weird in a good way. Then we're also getting the Nakayama cover that was supposed to be a 1 in 100 on issue 1, and then they pulled it, and now it's just an open order variant for issue 4. Finally, it's here. Pretty cool. Harley and the team. You got rainbows and teddy bears and all that fun stuff. I don't know. I wonder what this would have done had this been a 1 in 100. I think this might have been a very pricey book. I said it when it came out, and it was supposed to come out, and then they didn't. They moved it. They probably should have left it, and it would have been something that people would still probably be talking about. The next one is also one of my favorite covers of the week. It's very simple. It's very direct. It's just a good Kate Bishop cover by Chris Bacalo. Arrows flying one way, she's shooting the other. Seen this kind of layout before, but it's effective. I like it. Very simple. Again, simple, direct. I like it. I like it. So, Avengers 14. That's not a bad one either. Then we get this Deadpool issue 2, which isn't too bad. I mean, Mark Brooks, always, I like Mark Brooks. Very detailed with the work. I like how the head is there, and then on the chalkboard, they're drawing it like a little corner box on a Marvel comic. I just wish the barcode was not up there. That is poor placement of the barcode. That is obtrusive. I don't like that there. I don't know if it should be in the bottom or where it should go. I just don't like it there. Just saying. Just don't like it there. So it takes away a bit. Otherwise, this one might have made one of my favorite covers of the week. Deadpool's also giving us, just kind of for fun, these Saturday morning cartoon variants. This is issue 2, and this is the second issue. We did get a Saturday morning cartoon variant on issue 1, and they do connect and go together. So if you want to see that, last month we had that issue, and then it goes with this one this month. So, we got the Marshmallow Man's here in my way. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of fun. Saturday morning cartoon. So if you're into that, it's pretty cool. Also, just like this Vader. It's just a very simple, again, simple, direct, just well done Vader. And then with the layout, with the white and the red in the background, it's just, I like it. Just simple. Like, simply, I dig it. Like, catches my eye. It's effective. The glow of the saber and the background, it works. So, I don't know. That'll be the one that'll be on my pull list for Vader this week, is to get this cover. And then Venom is giving us an homage to, well, we've seen it many, many times before. You know, ASM. Well, it's not ASM. It's actually, is it Web? I think it's Web 95 or 94. I can't remember the issue number. You know the one with him crawling out of the grave in the black suit during Kraven's Last Hunt. But yeah, we've seen it tons and tons and tons. So here we go with Venom doing it. And there's the Blood Hunt tie-in as well. I don't know if I'm going to get to read this, but still a pretty cool cover. And there's a pretty cool incentive on this, which we'll get to in a minute. But before we get to the incentives, we're just going to quickly dip on over to the Cheesecake covers. There are a few this week. Not a ton, not too many, but we do have a few. Starting off with one of my favorite Cheesecake artists, Frank Cho. I like him. I like Frank Cho. I mean, apart from the females that he draws, I love the detail he puts in with the backgrounds and the rest of the art. Like, it's phenomenal. And you get to see it like the black and white sketch versions of these. It's just so detailed. It's impressive. With that said, this is an open order variant, open order cover. I think it's not the cover A. I think it's like a B cover. And then we also have this other C cover. And then there is a 1 in 50 version of the Cho. And then there is also 1 in 25 by Elizabeth Torque, which not too bad either. But yeah, so options. Neither of these are doing above ratio, so they're right around the ratio mark, a little bit less. So if you want them, you can go out there and find them probably for under ratio if you're go shopping. Red Sonja, Empire of the Damned issue 2. Couple of covers here, including a Linzer, and I think it's Philip Tan, which I really like that one. I think it's Philip Tan. I can't remember the artist. Sorry if I'm giving false information. I'm just trying to remember, possibly who this was, but yeah, I think that cover got bumped from the last time out, and it's here because there's a little bit of a seeing what's on these issues in the covers because there was a Selena cover, and then they moved it, and I think it's on issue 3 now, but it was marketed to come out. I don't know. Again, there's so many covers. That's a problem. Dynamite, so many covers. They move things around. It gets confusing. With that said, what's also confusing is when you look at all these Zenescope books and they don't have the titles on them. So this is Horror and Fantasy Illustrated Plum Island #1. Mouthful. It's always a mouthful with these Zenescope books too, with these grim fairy tale things. But 2 of the covers are like they're not cheesecakey at all. They're just like horror, really like straight up horror covers. And then we've got this, and then the D cover, which is also giving us this like lab assistant, also on this horror book. And if this isn't enough for you, there is an incentive 1 in 20, which is a little bit more risque. Again, these things also, much like the incentive second prints, whatever, will probably be very lower printed and hard to find down the line. Very hard to find because of the print runs, etc. But does that matter? Will this ever fetch a ton of money? I don't know. Maybe for certain collectors, it may. But I don't know. We'll see. But this is out there, 1 in 20, if you're interested. Randomly, some other title I know very little about caught my eye with this awesome Tulalote 1 in 40. I don't know much about the Amory Wars. Good Apollo on Burning Star 4 Volume 2. No, like the title was so long, I had to put it on 2 lines. It was ridiculous. Don't know much about this title as a whole. But there's a 1 in 40, and it's a Tulalote. Caught my eye. And this thing is also doing pretty well for being a lesser known or a more unknown title. I mean, granted, I could be just in the dark, and you guys know exactly what this book is. If it's good, please tell me down below, but I just don't know anything about it. I just know this cover is eye-catching. And it's caught other people's eyes because they're willing to spend 60, 85 bucks for it. And then there's one listed for 62.74 right now for a 1 in 40. Granted, it's a high incentive ratio. Will be tough. How many stores are ordering 40 copies of whatever this title is? Probably many. But with that said, we have some incentives. This will be our last section for the week. Let's see what we got here quickly. Not all of these are selling for a premium. Some of them are just ones that I like. Got to catch my eye. Like this one. Sacrificers. Sacrificers #8. This is a Dan Panosian. Yeah, crazy birds, bird people. I get it. May not be for everybody, but I think it's pretty cool. All those skulls, I think it's kind of cool. And it's a 1 in 10. So there's copies that are under 10 bucks, and there's copies that are more. It's like $7 to 15 bucks to 10 bucks to 20 bucks. I get it. That's when 1 in 10s are very, very shaky. They can go anywhere, like from cover price up to 20 bucks, and I wouldn't be surprised. But we are also getting a 1 in 25 out of DC for that Birds of Prey book. So we had a couple of different other covers mixed in the different segments, but here is the incentive. And obviously, you can see probably why this one might do well. We have 2 females on the cover. It is probably doing about double ratio right about now, with some getting right around ratio, and then best offer on 60 bucks. Asking prices 35 to 50. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if this is, about 40 bucks come the end of the week. Maybe more. I don't know. But there it is. Birds of Prey number 9. Chris Eng? It's NG. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's just the letter NG. But with that said, I like this Tedesco. It's not doing much or anything really on the market because it hasn't sold yet. But this is the Proto Goblin Tedesco with Spidey. It's kind of fun. Say cheese on that Shadow of the Green Goblin title. Issue 2, like I said, none sold yet. Asking prices as cheap as $13.50 and as expensive as $45. But those are the only 2 I found. So we'll see what happens. Just because there's cheap copies doesn't mean it won't have interest, because there's a lot of cheap variants that go up and they get sold real quick. But then there's expensive ones. We'll see. Like I said, it's all a matter of what to watch. Just keeping an eye on it. Don't know where it's going to end. If I knew that, I would be a very rich man. I am not a very rich man. I'm just watching this like the rest of you. With that said, next book. Pretty cool. Pretty cool Venom. I think this is a Sway. Swaby. 1 in 25. I just dig it. It's not selling for a premium. It's just, it's pretty cool Venom. I know it's not really different. I mean, we've seen tons of Venom covers. It's just a well done Venom. So I liked it. Put it in here. Same thing with this Vader cover. Kind of looks like they're doing a 90s boy band hip hop pose of some sort. Like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the hand on the chin. All right. It's cool. Vader 46. This is also one. Surprisingly, it's not doing all that much. But I don't know, still kind of like it, even though it is kind of silly once I looked at it from that album cover lens. I don't know. Also, I don't know where Vader's other arm went. Just kind of disappears behind the other guy. So I don't know if he's like grabbing his butt or what, but his arm just kind of disappears. With that said, High Republic number 7, however, is doing all right. I'm not sure. I'm behind. I'm admittedly behind on reading the High Republic stuff right now. I just can't keep up with my Star Wars reading right now. But that's also why I'm not on Star Wars on Sundays. I just can't keep up with everything. But this 1 in 25, this red cover, it's doing all right already. $20 to $33 pre-sales. Asking prices $55 to $100 on this 1 in 25. So we'll see what happens. But right now, the asks are pretty high. Just saying. And then our final book, Usagi Yojimbo number 2. It's another 1 in 40. Much like the last one with Usagi himself on it, that book started selling for a few $100s. People are expecting the same out of this issue 2. Who knows what's going to happen? But right now, we have one sale that was for $80. And then we have an auction going on that's already at $50 with a couple days left. And then somebody else looking for $600 for this. I don't know about all that, but just saying, this is definitely one to keep an eye on. If you can get a hold of it, I would probably grab it if you can get it for ratio or less and take your chances, because most likely it's going to be expensive by the end of the week. But we'll see how expensive. And with that, I think that is all I got for you so far. So I just want to say thank you for the support. I appreciate you checking this out and checking out all the stuff here on the channel. Look forward to giving you guys plenty more content in the days to come. And make sure you check out all the live shows as well as all the recorded stuff here on the channel. And with that, I'll see you all later. All right. Bye.